What is going on, everybody? Good evening. We are heading out to Painted Mines just outside of Callahan, Colorado, and we're going to be doing some astrophotography tonight. Reason we're doing astrophotography is recently I connected on Facebook with a few guys who are really wanting to get more serious about astrophotography, and they were like, well, we want to go out and try Painted Mines. I've been out to Painted Mines before. I've shot out there a few times, and I've done a little astrophotography out there, so I know the terrain. I kind of have some good ideas for out there, so I was like, okay, well, let's do that. And so we've been trying to plan this out now for probably about a month. Originally, we were going to go out to Pawnee Butte, but that just didn't work out for a few people's schedules. And then we were going to try for last night, but my schedule didn't work out. I had some work commitments and wasn't able to go out when they wanted to. So luckily, they were like, okay, well, let's go for Sunday night. So we're heading out there. We're going to do some star photography. Hopefully the clouds and the weather cooperate with us. The last couple of days, it's been really cloudy and overcast. And when you're doing star photography, you can't go out and shoot when it is cloudy and overcast because you're not going to be able to see the stars. You know, astrophotography, there's a bit of a science to it. It takes a lot of planning, and there's definitely some technique involved into being able to capture starry skies and capture the Milky Way, which is what I'm really interested in tonight. Luckily, tonight, I think everything is lining up. Today has been pretty cloudy and overcast, but from what I've seen with my weather apps and paying attention to radar, it looks like around the time that the Milky Way is going to start being visible, we're going to have clear skies. So fingers crossed. I think it's going to be a good time, and I'm excited to meet these guys. I hope they're as enthusiastic about doing astrophotography as I am, and yeah. Astrophotography, there's almost a science to it. It's pushing the camera to its limits in certain ways. You have to be shooting with a wide aperture. You have to shoot with a longer shutter speed so you can get as much light in as possible. And depending on what kind of camera you have, you're really going to be fighting with your ISO. Like, for example, I shoot with a crop sensor camera, so I'm working with a smaller sensor compared to a full frame camera. So my camera just doesn't handle higher ISOs as well. So it's really a balancing act, trying to find a high enough ISO to shoot at, so you're not getting so much noise in your shot, but you're still getting enough light in that you can actually see the stars and see the Milky Way. So I'm really going to be shooting mainly with my 18-135. I've used it before, it's worked, so I'm still pretty confident what I'm going to get tonight, and we will just see. I'm coming up on the overlook where I'm supposed to meet up with the guys, and hopefully we will get some good shots.
real quickly to my little brother. Thank you for buying me the new headlamp. This thing is kicking out a lot of light. It's making it a lot easier to see. And my old headlamp, the batteries, I could not find the charger for the rechargeable batteries. So thank you again, Taylor, for buying me this. Alright, so it's a little after 2 a.m. We spent most of the earlier hours scouting out some locations here. Now we're setting up to take our shots. I've already taken a few here. Dylan and Luke are setting up their shots right now. We almost felt like we were going to get skunked because a roll of clouds moved in, but luckily the wind has come, blew them out of here. So hopefully for the rest of the night we're going to have some pretty good shots coming up here.
Light here.
Oh, you want me to kill my light?
Oh, sorry. No, that's fine.
Wow. Luke's been doing a really cool thing where he's been using Dylan's red light. Dylan, say hi. I can see your red light back there. He's been using his red light and then flashing his flashlight to do some really cool light painting, and they've been getting some really cool exposures, and I'm feeling jealous. So I'm going to try to do that right now here. Got my camera set up. I'll talk you guys through the settings later about this, but right now I'm going to try and get this shot.
Like, the perfect place to do this actually would be the, you know, where it kind of goes like that. You weave your way through the light.
Oh, that's awesome. Every shot that I'm taking tonight is at 18 millimeters at f3.5. I'm using 15 seconds on the shutter, and I'm shooting an ISO of 3200. That way, hopefully I'm not getting too much noise in the shot, but I'm still getting a long enough exposure that I can get some good detail out of the Milky Way. And so far, it's working out pretty well.
I didn't feel the cold, honestly. For like 2 hours of cold wait, but I'm sorry, taking pictures of this.
It's 2 hours of shooting.
Yeah, it was.
Alright, well, y'all have a good night, and
Yeah.
safe travels, fellas.
Yeah.
So I feel like tonight went really well. Luke and Dylan are both great guys. I feel like we all came away with some really, really good shots. We were all kind of pushing each other to try some different stuff. Luke was really pushing to include the human aspect in his photos, which I think is good. You always want to include that human element to make photos more relatable. And Dylan was really pushing using different color, using red light and mixing it with white light to create some really cool effects. So I'm really excited to see how those photos are going to turn out, along with some of the landscape shots I got. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm tired. I'm going to go home, hopefully get some sleep here. And until next time, I'll see you out on the trail. And here are some of the shots that we got from tonight.